What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, you guys? So we are back again for another episode. Girl, I gotta wash my hair. For another episode review of The Oval. I think next week is the mid-season finale, so I don't know when it's coming back. I know Sisters is coming back June 1st, I believe. You know what? Sisters is good. I ain't even gonna freaking lie. I might just pick that up just for y'all or whatever. Depending on how I feel, I might just pick up Sisters. It's a brand new season. I be watching it and it got me hooked. I wish that it'll hurry up and come on back, baby. If it would, they would have been like, "We coming back next week." I'll be on it, okay? Because the way the season ended with that bitch coming up into Andy's room, girl, I still don't understand. Okay, pause the over. Okay, we gonna get into it right quick. I don't understand. How is it that you are living in a building that has a concierge, that has, a doorman, you gotta go through security. How do you get into the to go through all of that, get up on the elevator, and then get into the door? Okay, it ain't no regular key in the door type of thing. Like, how do you go through all of them security point checks to get up into that apartment and then to sneak up into her bedroom and to do, like, when she did what she did to Gary? I wasn't here for. I mean, I didn't feel nothing bad about it. I mean, Andy is stupid. Okay, at this point, Andy is really, really stupid, child. You know what I'm saying? Because Andy, I can't feel sorry for Andy. I don't want to see the girl hurt, but you willingly put yourself in this situation. She willingly put herself in this situation because she knew Gary was married from the jump. Gary told her that she was married. I mean, he was married. So I just ain't got no sympathy for her. If anything happened, it happens. But I'm gonna feel sad about it. But other than that, yeah. And I really hope Danny don't mess up the relationship between her and Preston, because I'm really digging that. Zach and goddamn Fatima, I really wanted them to work out. I do not want him to go back to Karen. I do not like Karen at all, okay? I love the way that Fatima uplifts him. And, he was dumb. He was dumb. We got to call him out. He was dumb for fucking around with Karen. If you haven't seen it, skip all of this and just go ahead to my review. But, yeah. And Sabrina, girl, make up your mind. If you going to be with, what's his name? If you going to be with him, Calvin or whatever, or not, okay? Because this Jacoby, I don't trust him. And I feel like you had sex with him and I just don't trust him. Something about him just does not rub me right, okay? But he look good though. I ain't gonna lie, let me tell you something. I go for a nigga like that with tattoos and all that stuff. Anyway, let me get to this review. That was my little synopsis, sisters, just in case y'all wanted to know. Girl, I love that show. But moving on, let me tell you something. Tyler Perry put out some shows that I don't think I'd be liking, and then as soon as I start watching it, I get hooked on it. It gets me every time. The only show that I did not get hooked on is The Ruthless Show. I don't know, maybe it's because of the cult stuff, and then it came into play in this episode, so I have some questions for y'all. And I feel like I kind of just answered it when I looked at the preview for next week's episode. So yeah, don't ask me about Ruthless. I just can't, that cult stuff, I don't like it. I don't like dealing with that or whatever. And some of the stuff that I saw, it just, oh my God, it just made me feel some type of way. But anyway, moving on from that. So we get into this episode. This is The Oval Season 2, Episode 10, The Master, okay? So we pick up where we left off last week with Richard, out there on a date with Frida, and then Nancy brought her ass up in there, okay? Now at this point, I think I did bring up the question of whether or not Frida knew what was going on, and she called Nancy, but the way that it went, no, that's not what happened. I don't feel like that's what happened because of their little interaction. And Frida was basically like, "Listen, Richard, what's going on with all this stuff?" She was like, "Hey, Nancy." Nancy was like, "Frida." Okay, Richard was like, "Fuck that bitch." It was like Nancy wasn't even there, and he looked over there to Frida right across the table and was like, "Frida, I want to make love to you." I said, "Hold up, Nancy, right?" Now, listen, I do some fucked up shit, okay? I told y'all from the get, I'm a little toxic. So, anybody want to get with me or whatever, you just going to have to bear with me a little bit. Maybe you would be the one that just knocked that shit out the box. You know what I'm saying? But I would never Never, unless you really fuck me over, and I'm really trying to get back with you, get back at you, because I can be petty, I can be revengeful, I can be all of that, and I can hold a grudge. Okay, it's a Capricorn in me. I don't know what it is. It's just how I am. All right, but I would never do what he just did. Okay, not off of the rip of that. Okay, I know it's. I get the pettiness. I get the pettiness, but baby, when he leaned over and told that lady, I want to make love to you. I said, no, you don't want to make love to her. You want to fuck. That's what you want to do. Okay. I want y'all to stop calling it love. It is not love if you're not in love. Okay. No, that is not what it is. You just want to have sex. That's what it is. You want to get that nut off. I understand. Okay. And then Nancy sitting there looking like, girl, Richard, boy, you better stop playing before I reach over this table and pull out your esophagus, bitch. One more time. You got one more time, nigga. Okay. I said, Frida said, first of all, what you not gonna do is you're not gonna have me playing games up here. I don't know what type of sick shit y'all got going on, but you need to keep me the fuck up out of it. I ain't left. Okay. And I'm sitting here like, no, you not having morals all of a sudden, Frida. Frida, when you accepted that date and you was flirting with that man in the kitchen, you knew what it was. Okay. You knew that man was still with his wife. And now all of a sudden you want to feel some type of way. Girl, I would have sat there and said, bitch, come on, let's do it. We here now. Okay, you done got me revved up. Nancy, you want to watch? Anyway, so Nancy was like, come on, Richard. How long we gonna be going through this? How long you gonna be mad at me? I said, you broke the man heart. It ain't no time limit on grief and whatever and pain. Okay, granted, he do need to get over it, but in his own time. And he don't know how. He trying to figure out a way to get over it. And all he said was, bitch, tell me the man's name. Okay. And then the waiter came over there. The waitress came over there and she was like, could you take this wine away and bring me back some pop? And then he said, she ain't finna stay. She said, some pop, please, okay? And make it diet. He said, who paying for it? I hope you got money to pay for it. Because remember, I think he did turned off all her shit, took the money and everything, because she couldn't pay for the the funeral, whatever. And then he asked, so did the man give you money? Did he give you money? Is he still alive or whatever? Because something that she said implied that the guy that was her father, the father of her child, Picky, he's still alive, okay? And so he was like, tell me his name. I'm not gonna do that. I said, girl, Nancy, tell the man his name so you could be put out your misery. If you want this stuff to stop, you are making it even more worse, because I feel like it's somebody that he knows. He would be way more forgiving if it was something like, you should know your man's character. If something happened to her where she was put in a situation where she was forced, okay, and it was one of those situations, I don't want to say the word because, it's triggering, if she was forced or whatever, he looked like the type that will understand that, okay? He'll probably still feel a little way. He'll probably even feel worse about himself because, he made her feel bad that she felt like she couldn't tell him that something like that happened to her while he was out in the military overseas or whatever. And then he'll probably feel bad about himself because he wasn't there to protect his wife. But I don't feel at this moment that that's what's happening. I think that it's something, either a friend or his brother, okay? That's what I think. It's somebody close to him, and Nancy don't want to say. He said, you know what? I'm tired of playing games. I'm calling a divorce lawyer in the morning. I said, stop playing, Richard. I said, Richard, stop it. Okay? You're being petty as shit. All right? I just want you to sit back, take a breath, and stop. All right? Nancy, she deserved all of this. But at this point, you're doing a lot, Richard. Okay? Don't say it. Don't say it. Be about it. Don't just say it, bitch. Be about it. I want to see if you're going to really drop them papers. Okay? Meanwhile, we get Sharon and Kareem. Bitch, let me just tell you this. Sharon is a whore. Okay? Now, see, I don't like calling women that, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, especially black women, we take that term out of context and it's very degrading or whatever. But I just had to say it in this instant because it was a lot of horror. I feel like whore is more harsh than hoe. Okay, I don't know why, but I just do. And in this sense, in this episode, it was a couple of horror-ish activities that was going on. Actually, 3 of them. 3 other women were just being very horror-ish. You know what I'm saying? Sharon, you literally got kicked out or said that you leaving Barry's house, all right? You up in Kareem, and then you go to the next man's house that is the issue in the cause of the problems between some of the problems between you and your man that you just left, and you go over there to him, his arch enemy or whatever, your ex and all that stuff, and then you sitting there talking about some be silent, and then you can proceed to ride him bareback. I don't give a fuck if you pregnant and you can't get pregnant again because you already pregnant, bitch. You can get an STD. We don't know if Kareem is clean, okay? And we found out that Kareem used to be a fucking player. He cheated on her and everything. He broke her heart, and that is the reason why she left him and she wound up getting with Barry, all because of his actions. That's why he's going so hard, because he's trying to make up for, she was like, I don't know if I can trust you. He said, it's been years. Okay, and I still don't know if I can trust you, bitch. Okay, and I'm sitting here, he gonna ask, why you always put your bra on? Why you always put your bra on right after we had sex? Because I'm trying to stop you. And I was like, what? He was like, because you were so horny and everything. I said, I understand. I said, bitch, if you real, that ain't going to stop me from sucking them teeth. Okay, that was a little much. Because, bitch, if they there and we just got through, and what the fuck else you think I'm going to do with? I'm going to either lay on them or I'm going to play with them. The fuck? Girl, put a bra on or not. I'm still going to... Anyway, not me. Moving on from that, they having a little conversation. He talking about, son, I'll be here to help you with your little responsibilities, whatever. We could put a nursery in here. I want you to move in and all this stuff. I'm sitting here like, Sharon, don't say what I think you're finna say. Okay, I said, you know what? Fuck you and fuck him. Y'all deserve each other. Y'all ain't nothing but pieces of shit. Okay, so basically what you're telling me, Sharon, is that Barry was a rebound. And you got pregnant on accident. Okay, Barry was a goddamn rebound. And, Kareem looked like the type that will tell that baby that I'm your real daddy. Fuck Barry, I'm your real daddy. He looks like the type that would do that. Okay, but anyway, moving on from that. So we get... Speaking of Barry, he's sitting up in the room, sitting up in my room. Okay, he on the computer, he gets a message, all right? And I guess it said, because he put out the video about Callie. If you seen her, please let me know some information. I guess he got a message saying call this number. And so he gets his phone and he called the number. Tyler Perry just decided to have his shirt off, okay? I was like, you gotta have some eye candy for the girls, and he said, hello, who is this? It was Daikon. Now, see, I know who Daikon is. I remember him from the first 4 episodes of Ruthless that I did see. Okay? And I was like, I'm listening to his little story. He was like, I know something about Kylie, and I know what she had on. She was wearing this pink jacket, these blue jeans. She's a brown-skinned girl. She's this. And I understand, Ruth, she's so deep up into this cult thing or whatever. And your father works in the White House, don't he? I need help because my daughter's there too, and I'm trying to get out as well. And woo. He was acting so totally different. So I'm sitting here thinking like, did he really get out? Because the last I looked, that motherfucker was he was practically in love with the highest, or the cult leader. Okay, I was like, well, what? No, I don't. He playing games. Okay, and so Barry met up with him, right? And was like, yeah, Ruth ain't dead or whatever, because they had this girl and they made her up to look like Ruth. She looks similar to Ruth, put a tattoo on her just like her, whatever, to get at you and all that stuff, play tricks on you. I was like, so what was the point? What was the reason? Okay, that was dumb. And then he was like, well, where's my child at? Okay, they opened up the van. Well, he opened up the van and he pulled out this bag and he threw it on the floor, and he was like, your baby right there. I said, hold the fuck up. Wait a minute, where? And then on the commercial, some other dude was like, do something or whatever if you want to know where your child is. I said, what is going on here? So they playing him. That's what I feel that is going on. They are playing him. I said, Daikon, you were so deep. You talking about other people so deep, bitch. You was in love with that man, okay? You was in love with that man. It was one particular scene on Rufus that I really didn't care for. What he did to that boy. And he was bleak. And that's what turned me off from. I couldn't do it anymore after that. After I seen that, I said no. Because it reminded me of scene in Oz. If you ever seen Oz, it was one particular scene where somebody was... Anyway, we gonna move on. We gonna move on. I was like, oh my God, I didn't need to see that. I didn't need to see that. I said, is he on his period? No, he's not. Moving on from that. So, we get Cal and... what that motherfucker? Cal and Max, okay? Max is beating the shit out of Cal, okay? He is just running his face through the wall, using his face like a goddamn towel, okay? Just mopping the floors with him, mopping the counters, mopping the tubs and everything. Got him knocked out in the tub, turning the waters on. He about to drown him, about to kill him or whatever. Bobby come up in there out of nowhere. I said, Bobby, where you coming from? Okay, he was like, no, stop, bro, stop, okay? He was like, I'm on the dead. You gotta kill him. I gotta kill him. He was like, no, bro. I understand that. I want him dead too for what he did too, but at the end of the day, if he goes, it just mess up our plan. It's like we ain't gonna be able to do what we need to do. Okay, so you gotta calm down. He was like, okay, bro, bitch. So they go to the goddamn cabin, right? Now they sitting out there. First of all, they was talking in the car. I don't care about that little conversation. Let's get to the cabin. They sitting outside. Max was sitting outside. Okay, Max still look like he dehydrated. He's soaking out all his oils and stuff. His juices just coming out of his pores and everything. I said, get that man a towel and get him some ice, okay? Like, he needs to warm up. He needs to cool down. Not warm up, cool down, okay? I said, what is going on? Why he still look like he's on his deathbed, okay? He looks sickly as fuck. What is happening? And then he got the jacket on, and then Bobby comes out there. They having a conversation or whatever, and I'm looking at Bobby. Bobby is also dripping. You know, Bobby been sweating every time he come into that goddamn cabin. I didn't understand it. You know, I was like, is it hot as hell up in there? Are they sitting in hell right about now? Why are they both so sweaty? Like, Bobby has beads of sweat just coming down. And I was just like, it's annoying me. It's annoying me. Okay, I just want to take a towel and wipe my baby face off. Okay, I just really want to do that. But you know, give him a cold drink. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. But anyway, moving on from that, he gets a phone call from Lily. She was like, Lily, how you get the phone or whatever? And she was like, they must have unscrambled it or whatever. But I'm okay. He was like, you for real? You good? Yeah, I'm good. But what I decided is I want to stay and I want to work it out, you know, with Donald. I said, bitch, come again. And Bobby said, huh? Wait a minute, what? And she was like, I mean, you got a wife too. And I was like, a wife? What? Bobby got a wife? And I guess she's referring to his job and the stuff that he's doing. Because I was like, bitch, I must have missed the episode or a particular portion where they say that at. But I'm pretty sure she's talking about, it's like Cole, you know, talking about the job that he doing. He's married to his job. So that's what I'm going to assume that they talking about. And then she was like, I mean, I love him and we're going to make it. I said, bitch, he's gay. Bitch, he's gay. Cal sprayed you with your own tea and told you that you only had sex 3 times since y'all been married. Now, if y'all only had sex 3 times since y'all been married, how many times have y'all had sex before y'all got married? Because I know it wasn't no, let's wait till we get married type of situation, unless it was, okay? And only for y'all to do it 3 times, and now you willingly finna be a beard to this man. Girl, why would you put yourself through that? You got a man right there that's willing to love you. That man said, I miss you. Girl, that would have had me right there. Bobby, come get this, okay? I don't even know what it feel like. I don't even know what it try. Come get this, though, okay? Tell me you miss me again. I miss you. You got it. Girl, that's what you need to do, okay? Fuck that nigga and go fuck Bobby. That's what you need to do. Talk about something. Well, this is going to be the last time. No, it's not. No, it's not, okay? Anyway, that's what Trey Songz said, okay? This is the last time. It's not. It's not. Stop playing with yourself, okay? Y'all don't do that. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're playing beers to people, okay? Depriving yourself of pleasure, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. You need to have your pleasure and your satisfaction as well. Don't Donnie McClurkin yourself. Anyway, moving on from that. You know, Max was like, what the fuck? Anyway, girl, Max was just confused about the whole conversation. She was like, let me just mind my business. And was like, could you please take your ass back up inside while I'm out here chilling? Fuck, okay? Shit, damn. You know, meanwhile, at the goddamn White House, we got Priscilla on her way. You know, she calling Sam. Oh my God, Sam, will you get this message? Please call me back. Okay, please. You know, Sam is out there playing around with the first lady. Okay, you know, she was like, oh, you got your little shoes on. Why don't you go put you want to go change? We're supposed to go running. He said, briskly walking around the grounds. That's what we're going to do. And she was like, okay, whatever you're talking about. You know, it is what it is. So at this point, they get outside. They have a little run or whatever. She was like, oh my God. You're not even breaking a sweat. And I'm just so tired. Oh my yeah, you know what? Let's just cut to the chase, Sam. Okay, listen. I know that you like me and I like you too. And he was like, hold up, okay, let me just say this, bitch. Can we say something off the record? Off the record, like for real, off the record. No holds bars or whatever. She was like, go ahead. First of fucking all, you need to fucking stop doing what you're doing, okay? You can't be up here trying to give me head. And she said, try. I said, you nasty. But anyway, I said, girl, stop it. Stop it. I said, Victoria, you're just being a little whore, okay? And in Victoria's case, I understand it, but pick on a bitch that's single and wants you just as much, okay? I'm pretty sure you can find somebody. Or, baby, if you got to pay, girl, I don't want to say pay for it, but if you got to pay for it, then do it, okay? Quit picking on this married man. It's like you got a vendetta against the wife at this point. I understand that you find Sam attractive, because if a bitch told me, get your ass downstairs in the basement, like I said, because we trying to get the protocol, I mean, that probably would have did something to me too, okay? I ain't even gonna lie. I told you, I don't like authority, but I love it when when a woman can put me in my place, okay? I love that shit, all right? Because I be so dominant sometimes, all the time up in a relationship, but when a woman come through and they be like, girl, who the fuck are you talking to like that? I know it's just us listening to me. I told y'all that before. But anyway, so she was just saying all that stuff. He was like, and that's my motherfucking wife. You need to stop trying to do that stuff in front of her, trying to make her uncomfortable. Okay, I love her. We both in marriages. She was like, listen, I don't fuck around with my husband, so mines don't count. He said, well, mines do, bitch. Okay, so what we gonna do? You need to stop. That's what you need to do. And she was like, listen. They go up in there. They had a little kumbaya moment or whatever. Come to some little agreement. They go in there and get some ice cream and all that stuff. And she was like, "Let me tell you something. You want to know when the attraction to you started? It was that day that you had forced me downstairs into the basement when we had that incident that happened in the White House." And I was just like, oh, that bass and that voice, it just did something to me. And I was like, oh, right then and there, I knew that I was hooked and I needed to get some of that senpai. I said, He just told you to stop and you just can't help yourself. Some people just natural flirts. But Victoria know exactly what the hell she doing, okay? And, you know, they get through talking and joking and kikiing it up or whatever. And so at this point, she was like, thank you so much or whatever, because she was about to go to bed. And she gave him a hug, and it was a lingering hug. And then he had to bounce back. I said, bitch, don't tell me you got hard off of that. You got hard off of that. See, your woman, girl, Priscilla, I ain't even going to do that. I ain't even going to put that on Priscilla because, you know, shit happens and Victoria's playing fucking game. Meanwhile, when Sam left, he went down to the control room, Alonzo down there, and he was like, sir. And he had this like attitude about himself. I was like, what's the attitude, Alonzo? He was like, I turned the cameras off in the kitchen. He was like, good, okay. And Priscilla called like 8 times. She said it was an emergency. I was like, oh, he kind of mad at you, Sam. Like, what you doing? Girl, Sam called Priscilla, left a message and said, call me back. So Sam get home. Priscilla is sitting in the room just crying her eyes out. And he was like, what's going on? She's dead. He was like, who, bitch? Jean. It was like, wait a minute, Greg went over there to the house and saw Jean there, and he called me and told me that Jean was dead. Next thing I know, I go over there, and Greg and Jean are both dead, and he had a bullet to his head. I was like, oh shit, girl, you better get all them tears out, bitch. You better act, Priscilla. You better act, bitch. Act distraught. Okay? Sam is just like, oh, okay, well, you know, I'll talk to the cops and see what's going on. He just so calm about it and everything. She was like, they trying to set him up. They trying to make it seem like it was a murder-suicide, and that's not what it is. He's innocent. He was like, I know. And sure enough, on the freaking TV screen, the news is up there talking about the incident, talking about something. They heard them arguing, heard them yelling, and then heard 3 gunshots, and then heard the man crying or whatever, saying that I killed her, knowing damn well that's not what happened, okay? I said, ain't this about a bitch? They set that man up. I said, that's fucked up, but at least she gets a burial, okay? And her people know where she at. I was like, that's the least y'all could have did, because y'all, you know, did her so wrong. And Jean's Priscilla said, bitch, and I know it's that creepy ass motherfucker Jason that did that shit. Okay? And what pissed her off is she said that first before the news report came on, and you know, because Sam was like, you can't be doing that because you got vendettas against them or you feel some type of way against them. You can't be just putting everything on them or whatever. And it was like, man, you think I'm playing? And then when that news report came on, she was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Go downstairs. It reminded me of the Nutty Professor too, when when Cletus turned to the skinny dude, he took the medicine, he took the formula, whatever, and turned back young. And she was like, downstairs. Okay, that's what it sounded like. She was like, out there, go on the couch, okay, out on the couch. I was like, damn, Priscilla, fuck, y'all ain't never gonna get over this shit, and I want y'all to make it. It's just making me mad. It's pissing me off what's going on between them. And speaking of freaking Jason, okay, we got Alan up in his office. He on his phone or whatever, sending a text message to Ellie, trying to tell her, listen, we need to talk, okay? We really do. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and we need to talk. Meanwhile, Ellie is up in there fucking the president. I said, you little whore. All right, you really are socially climbing, sleeping your way to the top. That is what you're doing. I don't know what your end game is, but baby, it don't look good, okay? Next thing you know, Jason comes up into Alan's office and was like, why you still here? And he was like, you know, I got a whole bunch of work to do, whatever. Why you up? Oh, insomnia. And he was like, so what you doing? You know, I'd like to follow my father around the White House and see what he doing. And you know, all he do is fuck his little whores up in here or whatever. He's in there fucking somebody now. You want to watch? I said, Alan, don't get your ass up. And truth be told, I would have got up too. Okay, you know. Just being a nosy bitch, I would have got up to see what it is. Okay, I would have peeked in like, oh, all right. But see, them hoes opened up the whole door. They opened up the whole door, and he saw Ellie on top of her, on top of him, and all that stuff. And I was just like, girl, Ellie, Ellie in your crooked mouth, okay, girl. Alan is about to be so enraged. You know, he's already a woman beater. And I feel like, you know, his little pride and ego just got crushed because this is what's been said. And now you find out that she was lying to your ass and you caught her in the act. And I feel like he gonna do something to hurt that girl. Okay? And you know, back over there with Cal ass. Let me just tell you this. Dale, I want you to run. Okay? I really want you to run. He up in there taking care of that man. You know, he's still trying to get some ass out of that man. You are fucked up, okay? And then he identified the fact that he saw Max running out the apartment or whatever. And I'm just sitting here like, child, this is a mess, okay? This is a mess. This mid-series finale, season finale is gonna be something else. I already can tell. But you guys, if I missed anything, put it down in the comments and you guys tell me how you felt about this episode, and I will see you guys later. Peace.